Eureka!
Greetings, this is Eurosoul from the Eureka Earth Heart community, and this is a quick late night video for me here. What's motivating this is that I've been talking to a lot of people online today, and as I usually do, but particularly today, and it's just become really apparent to me that the majority of people don't understand the idea of holism, holistic thought, holistic methods. And by that I mean basically approaching challenges and topics with the awareness that you won't understand it, or what you're focusing on. You won't understand what you're focusing on unless you take in basically all of it and keep asking questions until you've assessed every aspect of what you're looking at. And it's fine to have not reached the point where you have taken in the entire topic that you're looking at. That's normal. But what people are doing often is talking and thinking as if they know everything about a topic when they clearly don't, and they know they don't, but they talk as if they do. To me, it's like it's a dysfunction. It's a dysfunctional way to live. And as an engineer, which I technically am, and from a family of engineers, it's always been obvious to me that basically holistic approaches are needed. If you attempt to, let's say, work on a car, you can work on parts of the car when you only know parts of the car, but if you know all of the car, you're going to be able to make better decisions, better choices about what you do with the car. And it's the same with anything. It's the same with a computer, it's the same with a human body, it's the same with a planet or a country or anything. The more you know, the better. So I just really want to share some inspirational, motivational understandings that I have with regards to this topic, and maybe it will help you or someone you know. So in essence, it's very simple. All I'm really saying is just keep asking questions about the topics that you're interested in, and don't draw any artificial boundaries about what you will and won't look at. Like, many people try and be positive, and they think, oh, I'm going to think positively. That means I can't look at or think about or feel anything that I decide is negative. So, I mean, to the point where if crimes are committed in the local area, they'll just ignore them as if they don't exist because they want to think positive. But that doesn't work. I mean, it's just a huge form of dysfunction. I mean, you can't live in a reality bubble where you just block out everything that you don't like and expect that you're going to know everything about reality and that you're going to be able to make the best possible decisions. It's impossible. If you block things out, your knowledge decreases and your ability to choose wisely decreases. One example that particularly motivated me to make this video actually was that I saw someone online who I won't mention. I don't know this person, but on their profile they were showing how they were part of like a millionaire training club or something like that. And you know, I'm sure there are many people who will talk all day about standing up for that, but that's not really the point I'm making. The point I'm making is, if you're going to dedicate yourself to something such as becoming an expert in being a millionaire, and thus therefore then presumably being a millionaire, and sort of advertise that you're doing that and that it's a path of excellence that you're choosing, it would be wise to first question what money actually is, and how does the money that you're so desperate to get, how is it created, and what is it really? And if you did that, you would learn that basically the financial system is overinflated and it's just nothing. It has no inherent value to it other than that which is given to it by individuals. And since the banks and the so-called lenders basically create money from nothing, really it's a joke. It's like a trap. It's a sort of it's just false, basically. Money has no inherent value to it. So yeah, you can use it to get things, but that's only the result of basically people who already have things being also tricked into the same system. So everything comes from spirit or from the earth or whatever you want to call it. It comes from the abundance of the universe and creation. And if everything was freely flowing on the planet and not being hoarded, then there wouldn't be really a lack of abundance. So you wouldn't really need to have money. And so basically the money only really exists as a result of artificial limitations being placed on the exchange of energy on the planet. And so the point I'm getting at is, I mean, this is obviously a very interesting topic, but the point I'm really getting at is, if you approach the topic of money and wealth holistically and just kept asking questions, as any engineer does when they assess a situation and a system, to learn the system and to learn every facet of the issue, then you probably wouldn't be even vaguely interested in having money, and certainly wouldn't be interested in becoming a professional millionaire. So yeah, I just would really like to introduce this topic to people that aren't aware of it. It's quite simple. Just keep asking questions. Don't stop asking questions. And don't assume that you know everything, especially if you've stopped asking questions. And especially if you are deliberately blocking out aspects of reality because it doesn't fit into your paradigm or your belief system or your preference. I'm not saying you need to go interact with people you don't like. I'm not saying you need to go and do everything you don't want to do. What I'm saying is just don't block anything out. Don't deliberately forget things. Don't erase aspects of reality just because you don't like them. At least learn from them and accept that they exist. And in doing that, you may find that your thought process on the topic changes and you learn something you didn't know before. It's fairly simple. Remain open instead of being closed. And in doing that, enlightenment will be you'll be more receptive to your own enlightenment, let's put it like that. So anyway, I think I've made my points that I want to make briefly here. So as usual, I wish you well, and until next time.